wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Good day to you, everyone. This is another edition of Insurance Talk Show. I am Bola Adegbaju. I have with me a guest, and my guest is a wonderful person, an experienced marketer, an experienced insurance broker. For the past 19 years, he has been in insurance broking, and he is the current MD and CEO of Regis Insurance Brokers Limited. He is in person of Mr. Felix Taiwo. Mr. Felix Taiwo, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Compliments of the season.
We should say.
I know you're in the Christmas mood now. You're in the festive mood.
Yes, sir.
I could see your cap when you came in.
Yes, sir.
So today we are going to be talking about fire insurance. It's something that has been happening to some people. A lot of people have experienced one loss or the other due to fire. And we are going to be discussing that today. We'll be talking about what are the precautions you can take. What are the things that are covered under insurance, fire insurance, and the precautions you can take, especially this festive period. We are going to be talking about all those things. Now, Mr. Felix, what exactly is fire insurance? We advise people do fire insurance, take off fire insurance for your property and for your vehicle, for your house. What exactly is fire insurance? What does it cover?
Okay. Thank you, my sister. And a good afternoon to our listeners over there. When we talk about fire insurance, we are talking about you taking up a cover that can, provide indemnity for you in the event of a fire incident. Fire, as it's been defined in our profession, fire is anything that ignited. It's an ignition of anything that ought not to be on fire. And then when a fire occurs, we know that it causes a lot of losses because sometimes fire may not leave a house or property, may not even leave anything behind, may consume everything. So fire, as it were, covers, or provides indemnity, for this. I'm talking about the fire insurance policy now. Yeah, it covers, it provides indemnity or cover or compensation for loss or damage, as a result of fire to a property insured. Yes, and as a result of fire or lightning explosion, and other perils we call extraneous or special perils. Yeah, like earthquake, flood, storm damage, malicious damage, aircraft impact, bushfire, bursting, of an overflowing of water tanks or pipes or apparatus,
So it's not only about fire alone.
No. It goes beyond fire. It goes beyond fire, and that is what people don't know. It has a whole lot of advantage taking fire policy because it goes beyond fire, as it were. Yeah. If there is a storm, there's a storm,
there's lightning.
You understand? We've had places where you see rain will fall, and then you have a whole lot. The whole place is flooded, and the flood will take over the house. So if you have a fire cover in this instance, it will provide you compensation.
So thank you for elaborating more on that. You can hear now that when you are talking of fire insurance policy, it is not only about fire, because a lot of us believe that when you have fire insurance policy, it is when fire happens. Now we are saying that you are covered against flood, you are covered against lightning, tempest, explosion, impact, and some other things like that. We have a lot of other benefits apart from the fire. So, what kind of property do we do fire insurance for?
Okay. I would say that anything that can be damaged by fire. For instance, your building. A building ought to be covered, under fire policy, because in the event of we have seen all kinds of fire incident here and there, destroying building. You understand? So for us, so it's got a building.
The building is it only residential building, the private building, or
residential, be it residential, be it commercial building, or whatever the building is being used for. You understand? Is imperative that is covered under fire insurance. So we talk about stocks. Stocks also are covered.
The business people.
Yeah, the business people. You have boutique, you have a supermarket, whatever kind of business that you are running. You understand? Whatever you are selling, you understand? You can provide, insurance for all of those things. Household goods. We have households. You understand? Contents in your house, your TV, your clothing, your beds and beddings, everything. In fact, even your gadgets, your electronic gadgets.
Yes.
You understand? Your Rolex watch.
Everything you have. You put
everything, your laptop.
The ones that are
everything can be insured. You understand?
Fire.
And you can even imagine, even a vehicle is under, if you insure a vehicle under comprehensive, is covered against fire. Is covered against fire under comprehensive. So so many things like that, you can put them in on cover.
Thank you so much. Fire. You are saying that one can insure a building. Now, I will jump some of this question. I will go directly to that. Okay. Can a tenant insure the building, he or she lives in?
Okay.
As a tenant, can you insure the building? You're not the owner of the building. Can you insure it against fire?
Now, as a tenant, you cannot insure the building you are living in, as long as you rented the building. In the sense that there's a principle in insurance. We call it insurable interest, and that gives you the legal rights to insure the asset you want to insure. So if the building does not belong to you, you don't have that legal right to insure it. You don't have the legal right, but you can insure all that you have inside.
The items.
Your own items, the things that you bought yourself, that you brought in yourself, your chairs, your televisions, your refrigerators, and name all of them, generator, whatever that belongs to you, all the things there, you can insure it. Yes, but where you have a long lease and there's an agreement you have a lease agreement that states that, okay, in the course of you using this property, your landlord stated it in the agreement that you should insure it. You can go ahead and do that.
If there's an agreement.
There's an agreement to that effect. It has transferred that legal right to you to go ahead and insure the building more. Otherwise, it is the responsibility of the owner, which is the landlord, to insure
the insurance. Thank you. So, are the premiums the same? I mean, when you have the public building, you have a commercial building, you have private building, are the premiums charged the same? When you want to do fire insurance, are the rates the same?
Okay.
With the private building and the public building, the commercial building, are the rates the same? Because people outside need to know.
Okay. Actually, the premium that will be charged by the insurance company will be determined by the risk that surround the property itself. You understand? The exposure. What the building is being used for. You understand? Yes. The building that is For instance, a building that is just being used for uh, people just live in, as a residential. Now you cannot compare it to a building where they are
people flowing like a cinema.
Yes, yeah. Or where they are carrying out manufacturing stuff. You understand? Eatery, where they so the risk attached to all these properties, they are different. They are different, and as such, the underwriter will look at the risk that is involved, the risk that they want to carry by insuring that building, and that will inform their rating. You understand? So that is it. So you cannot be paying the same. You don't pay the same.
Don't pay the same premium.
Yeah, you don't pay the same premium.
So we give you the premium you're going to pay according to the risk that your property is exposed to.
Yeah.
Like even the building that is built of wood definitely will not be the same premium that is built of blocks, bricks.
Yes.
Abi?
And then the roofing, there are buildings that the roof with corrugated iron, and all of those things. So you cannot compare to the one that is being roofed with wood. You understand?
Yes.
So there are
some of those
factors that the insurance company will take into consideration.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So in a standard fire policy, what perils are covered automatically? I think we have mentioned that. We mentioned
the fire itself,
the fire,
the explosion. But that explosion has to be the explosion that has to do with, that relate with domestic explosion. You understand? Gas that we are using domestically, not the one that they are using in an industrial company.
Then you have lightning.
So we say lightning is covered,
flood.
and then we say flood, and we say storm damage also is covered in part, aircraft impact, malicious
like
damage.
The house, there was a time in Agege that there was an aircraft crash and the thing fell on a building. That kind of a building, if it has fire insurance,
fire policy, that incident is covered. That incident is covered.
So all the people living at the airport area or Agege side,
they are supposed to have
fire insurance.
Fire
insurance
policy.
So if you are out there and if you don't have fire insurance on your building, I think it's time for you to go and take that
very necessary.
Yeah, which ones? Okay, what perils can be extended with additional premium? We have listed the standard perils that are covered. Do we have some perils that can be extended under fire insurance?
Yes, there are perils you can extend. For instance, when you have a fire policy on your building, and then depending on what you are using the building for, like we said, you can take up an extension of public liability on the building. You understand? So that in the event of a fire incident and that affects other people around you, your neighbor, you understand? That policy, because you have extended it and you have paid additional premium, it will enable the police to be able to respond to those losses. Otherwise, the benefit, even though the insurance company will pay those people, what they will pay them will be limited. But if you have such an extension, it enables them to have adequate compensation. You understand? You can as well extend it to cover debris removal, where you have that is a fire incident that occur, they may have to demolish the place, dismantling the building, and then so insurance company, you can make an arrangement with insurance company whereby they extend your cover and you pay certain amount of premium, for that.
Okay, thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much. It's like we are going to go on break very soon, but before we go, I want us to discuss the exclusions. Like, what are the things that are not covered under fire insurance? Because people will come to you now and say, I have fire insurance, and I believe I am covered against everything. So, but I know that there are exclusions in insurance policies. So, under fire insurance, what are the exclusions? The things that are not covered under
Yeah.
fire insurance.
Now that's what we call arson,
Mm.
where people, willfully and deliberately set their properties on fire.
On fire.
You understand?
Do people really do that?
Yeah, we've seen things like that happening.
Hmm.
There are people that set even their vehicles on fire so as to go and collect,
to be compensated.
yeah, compensation from the insurance company.
Maybe the vehicle is very old and they want a new one.
So where
It
that
happens.
can be established, the insurance company, will not pay that claim. The insurance company can avoid paying that claim. Then we have damage, occasion, from permanent dispossession as a result, maybe of confiscation by lawful authority. Yeah, if the building was confiscated when it is being used for, unlawful act, the insurance company cannot pay any claim on such. Then when we talk about alterations, where the building was said to be used for, say, residential before, and all of a sudden it has been turned to factory without the notification of the insurance company. So if that can be established and there is a fire incident,
outbreak.
yes, the insurance company, can avoid liability.
Okay.
It can be absolved from liability.
Thank
Then
you
we
so
have
much.
what called consequential also. They talk about rent.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have an insurance, if it is not stated in the policy that the rent is covered, is insured, which you need to pay additional premium for. You understand? If it is not stated, the insurance company, they will not pay.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we have to go on break now. Before we go on break, I want to leave these numbers for those who want to send messages or want to make inquiries. For WhatsApp, you can send messages to 0806 192 3347. 0806 192 3347. We'll be expecting your messages. Or you can call 0902 156 1960. 0902 156 1960. We'll expect your messages or calls. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I welcome you back to Insurance Talk Show. I am Bola Adegbaju and I have with me Mr. Felix Taiwo. We have been discussing fire insurance. Now, Mr. Taiwo, we have been talking about fire insurance, what the things that are covered, the things that are not covered. And I want to ask a question here. Is there a maximum or minimum limit of cover? There's a maximum cover that you have for your fire insurance or
Okay. There is no maximum. There is no maximum. And so, then when you are talking about minimum, I don't think there is minimum, however. But where the insurance, where the what you are insuring, the subject, we call it subject matter now. What you are insuring, maybe the property you are insuring, the value is so small. The insurance company will use their discretion to charge you an adequate premium for that, because there are some, when it is too small, you can't even rate it.
So if you have a property of 100,000 naira, you can insure.
You can insure it.
So don't say, I don't have so much. My properties are just too small. They are few. No matter how small,
there's no minimum.
You can do insurance.
You can insure your mobile phone.
Yes. I have a question here. Okay, if I have properties in Lagos and in my village, and I insured the one in Lagos with the items inside it, with the premium fully paid. Now I took my home musical theater to the village house and it was stolen before I returned to Lagos. Will I be compensated? What the person is saying is that he did insurance in Lagos,
okay.
And he took the property out
Okay.
there,
Mm.
and it was stolen.
Oh.
We need to be compensated.
Oh, so sorry. Now
It's stolen.
yeah.
That's a case of theft.
Yeah.
It's not fire insurance.
It's
We're
not.
talking
It's not
of fire
fire. It's
insurance
not
now.
fire. And assuming that it was even fire that took place there, it will not be. You will not be compensated, in the sense that the address of the risk has changed. Because fire insurance is a risk. Is an address risk, meaning that you are insuring that property gives a particular address. Do you understand? So once the address change, if you are insuring number 1, and it changed to number 2, insurance company must be notified that I have moved from this place to that place.
And if you want that property to be covered, you have to do all risk insurance.
Yes, you can do all risk cover insurance that covers you anywhere.
All risk insurance will cover your properties wherever you take them to. Your cameras, your phones,
your necklace, jewelries.
Yes. So if you want your property to be covered while you carry them around, then you must do all risk insurance.
Your laptop.
So, but when you are talking of fire insurance, it must be inside the house, and there must be fire outbreak in the house.
In that particular address.
That particular address before you can be compensated. So you need to understand all these things. Okay, what precautions? Because we are in this festive period now, and a lot of things are happening.
Yeah.
What precautions do you advise people to take to avert fire outbreak? What precautions? There's so many things, so many mistakes people make that that cause fire outbreak. So what precautions will you advise people to take?
Number 1, don't store fuel in your house. Yeah, if you look at the filling stations, you will see queue, and some people might be doing panic buying. And you want to store fuel, you don't want to be stranded. Maybe the one you will put in your generator or in your car. There is no need for that. There's no need for that. And number 2, ensure that as you are cooking, there will be so many cooking in this period. As you are doing your cooking, ensure that your gas cooker is put off properly.
Yes.
You understand?
Okay.
So
for vehicles, you must have fire extinguishers.
Ensure that you have fire extinguisher in your vehicle. Even in your house, if you can have fire extinguisher in your house.
Because I remember something. This festive period now, when you are cooking, I remember that it used to happen when you are frying something and the oil is so hot. If you pour water, if a drop of water enters that very hot oil,
or you pour ingredients,
fire will break out.
Yes.
So we have to be very, very careful.
Very careful.
And we need to teach people around us the things they need to do. The first aid. Yes, when anything like that happens, they should not panic. They should make sure that they quickly do something to put off the fire. Like that one that I'm talking of now. When you are cooking and there is oil, very hot oil, and water enters, what you do if there is fire outbreak, you just cover the pot with a lid. Just take the lid and cover it. The moment you cover the pot, then the fire will go off. Yes. So I have so many things. Like switching off appliances. Offices. Some offices will leave.
Yes. Appliances.
They will leave all appliances on.
You put it off. Before leaving office.
Yes.
That is very, very important. Very important.
And you do not cook while you feel like asleep. Some people will put food on fire and they will sleep off. Or there was somebody giving testimony sometimes ago. She put something on fire and she went out.
Yeah.
And I think it was viral on the social media. The person was dancing, but that was a careless act. She left the food on fire and she went out. She forgot that she put food on fire. Imagine. So we have to be very, very cautious.
We'll be doing a lot of cooking this time, and we have to be very cautious.
Then avoid making calls
Yeah, very
in the
close.
filling
Yeah,
station.
the
Some
filling
people don't
station,
believe that.
Very at the filling station, or when you are pouring fuel in your generator.
Some people
Don't use your telephone light. Go and get lamp.
Thank you.
All of those things.
Yes, some people even will not put off generator on.
Yes.
They will not put it off.
They put it off,
and they will be filling fuel.
Yeah.
I know somebody who does it. Every time we fight, the generator will be on, and you'll be refilling with fuel. Some it's a lamp, the lantern. We have heard of explosion like that. Some people filling the lantern with kerosene. While it is on, the thing will just explode. So let's take all this caution when we are trying to do some things. It's a festive period, and we don't pray anything happens to any one of us. Don't set your wheat or grasses on fire at this moment.
Yeah.
This is a dry season.
Yeah.
Instead of burning your grass, burning everything, just cut them, clean them, cut them, invite people to cut, to
pack them on one side and leave them.
Yes, you don't need to burn anything now. Then stop children. I remember this is another time of knockouts.
Yeah.
Bangers. Knockouts. They're already doing that outside now. Everywhere you say bam, 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 bam. Apart from the risk of fire that those things cause, I've also heard of somebody that lost the life because of the shock of the knockout, because the person was hypertensive and somebody just said wow. That was how the person went into coma. And no, she didn't go immediately. She went into coma and she did not recover till the person died. So we have to be very, very careful about all these things we are doing during this festive period. Now, Mr. Felix Taiwo, we have so many things to say here, but we don't have enough time. Mm-hmm. Can you just give people advice, your final advice?
Okay.
As we round off.
Like we said, fire insurance is one of the insurance policy that everybody, should endeavor to have, so that you can cover, your properties, so that you don't lose your properties to fire.
The market women don't see it.
Yeah.
Yes, like Balogun, there was a time Balogun got burnt.
Many times.
There was another time this market in Ibadan. Is it Dugbe or Aleshiloye? That was a time that one too got burnt.
So we're seeing fire here and there.
Nothing is too small.
Destroying businesses.
Yes.
And wrecking people down. So it is very, very crucial that you consider that policy, fire policy, over your properties and your businesses. And how do you do that? Contact your an insurance brokers that can guide you, and then you know what to do. They will help you out.
Thank you, Mr. Felix. Before we round off, I quickly want to talk about vacancies. I have some vacancies there. Rain Oil Limited requires insurance team lead. Rain Oil insurance team lead, qualification BSc or HND in any field. Then 5 years experience. Professional qualification is an added advantage. So for you to apply, go to their website, rainoil.com.ng. Go and apply on the website. You will see it. You will see the vacancies there. Then you also have insurance desk officer. So they have 2 vacancies. One is insurance team lead. The other one is insurance desk officer. Just go to Rain Oil website and you will get the information. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I will be expecting to see you again next week, this time. Bye.
Thank you.